Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central.
From the fabulous Hemi Hideout in Brookshire, Texas, it is the In Wheel Time car talk show. And coming up, we have guests from the Hideout along with folks from the car clubs attending today's cruise in. And there's more and more people walking in as we speak. Got to drive the 2023 new GMC Canyon pickup. I'll give you my thoughts on it. Conrad has the cruise-in calendar, and we'll also have This Week in Auto History. Later, stories making automotive news headlines this week. Just ahead on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Howdy, along with Mike out of This World Mars, King Conrad DeLong. We always need more Jeff Zeke, and raise your hand, Jeffrey.
Over here.
There you go. There he is. You're right there. And we have Chief Engineer David Ainsley with us today. I don't know what he's doing, but giving me a hard
he's
time.
Making things difficult.
He's making things up. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us today from the Hemi Hideout, Brookshire, Texas. Oh, my God, I-10, the Katy Freeway. It'll never, ever be done. It is a ongoing, and it's just right out here. Right out here where we
just
are.
This short little stretch.
Because once you get out here, that's when it all goes to hell in a handbasket. Yep. And then right past here opens up wide open.
They created some nice little chicanes you can go through and all that.
With walls right next to your car, no runoff area. Yep. You get in a wreck, it screws up the whole world. Who designs construction in a freeway like this? Who does that?
The concrete companies, because they're always in business doing this.
It is the most bizarre, messed up, jacked up thing
and then you got some knucklehead behind you that it's right on your bumper.
Or like this morning.
That was me, Jeff.
Oh, that was you.
Like this morning, I'm going down the and who is it? There's somebody on my left rear bumper following. I speed up, he speeds up. I slow down, he slows down.
Yeah.
What is that?
He goes, I'm in his blind spot. I'm going to stay here just to torment.
Who does that?
It was Conrad. Again.
It wasn't Conrad. It wasn't Conrad.
No,
he doesn't.
Because I pass people. At speed, I pass people.
Well, we know that. There's no doubt about that. We were going to have a very nice little segment here, but we've come to find out that we can't do it because we have no connection.
He's working.
Is he working on it?
He's working on the audio.
So we're going to let him continue to do that while I do a segment here on Hemmings Marketplace Sold Cars Roundup. I have two right off the bat, one for Conrad and one for Jeffrey.
All right.
This was sold a week before last, a 1964 Oldsmobile F85. So explain to everybody what an F85 is.
So the A body, the Cutlass body, the F85 was the entry level to the Cutlass body.
I see.
And that was
so. Did they sell the Cutlass at the same time?
Yeah, but the F85 was the stripper version of the Cutlass.
Okay.
And then they'd have the Cutlass, and then the Cutlass S, and then over time it became the Cutlass Supreme as each level of Cutlass increased.
Well, it's interesting
content.
because this reminds me of a Skylark that my parents had. Same body.
A body.
Yeah. The only thing really different about it is the grille and the back end.
And the taillights. Yeah, that was the difference in all of the GM A bodies.
So how much do you think fairly stock-looking 64 Oldsmobile F85 would sell for?
$18,000.
So I was going to say 17.
How about $8,500?
Oh, okay.
Well, that's
$8,500. Well, I'm going to do this now, and then, but you're ready to go?
We think so.
Oh my gosh!
It worked.
It worked. Let me do
Mike
that again.
Has magic.
Do it
in
again.
His fingers.
Do it again.
At my age, I can only do it so many times.
Becky.
Yeah, no,
Easy,
she's not
easy.
listening, and she is here. So
Good thing I forgot she was here.
yeah. Well, I will remind you that she's here, and if she's not,
Thank you.
she's listening. Okay, so for Jeffrey, we have a '64 Cadillac Coupe DeVille.
Oh, DeVille was like that was the stripper version of the DeVille.
The Cadillac.
And what year again, sir?
It's a '64, and then it's a convertible.
And a Coupe DeVille.
And a
not
Coupe
sedan.
DeVille.
Let's go 12.
12, and you?
I'll say because it's a convertible, I'll say 17.
Okay, how about 26,250?
Wow, way off.
26,000. It's a nice looking. It looks all stock and everything.
Yeah.
You can take that home.
I'm going to sleep on it.
Okay.
It won't fit in a garage today.
No, it won't.
No, it will not.
It is pretty.
Okay, here's one. This is for you, David. It's a convertible.
It's a minivan.
1998 Chevrolet Corvette. That's a C5. Okay? That's a C5. And Any guesses as to what this went for? It's a convertible C5. Looks like stock. It's nothing. It is not a ZR1 or a Z06 or any of that sort of stuff. Just a stock convertible Corvette C5.
David?
I can't hear you.
18.
David says 20, and you say 18.
18.
12.
It sold for $13,650.
Without going over.
I don't know. Probably not necessarily. You know, I didn't pay very much
Take
for
it
my
from somebody
C5,
who
and it
owns
only
one.
had at the time 16,000 miles on it.
Which was low mileage.
Yeah, it is.
It still has low mileage.
A 1964 Chevrolet Impala, purple in color. It's a two-door, but it's got the stock hubcaps on it. What do you think that sold for?
30.
Jeff?
$7,000.
16,000. Purple. Oh,
That's
God.
what lowered the price for me.
Okay, we're gonna stop there, and I'm going to get out of my chair, and you guys can fill until I am going to be able to.
I got to
hear,
fill. I got to fill.
Am I going to be able to? Am I going to be able to? I'm not going to be able to hear anything. Just the microphone and to John. Do you have John? Is John mic'd, or am I using that
No,
mic?
you're
Using
mic.
the stick mic.
One mic.
Stick mic. Here we go. And here's the fill. Update on Andretti, Conrad. Andretti will not be left without an F1 engine. Now, what is going on is that they're going to give him an opportunity for different builders. The Alpine and Honda are the engine builders.
Yeah.
And what is happening is they don't want to be part of Andretti. So FIA says, okay, you're going to pick one, and then you can build your own as you use these. So General Motors is going to be building an engine. Probably in the next 3 to 4 years, he'll have a GM Cadillac.
See, and originally I had heard that it was going to be the Honda, which is also the engine that McLaren's currently using.
Right. McLaren's not happy either.
No, neither one of them would be.
Right.
Which is odd because to me, I would think the more people that are spending money on the engine would mean the more development work could be performed on the engine and the more power can be created. I mean, it's one of the reasons that the Mercedes engine is so good because it's like of the, 11 teams in F1?
Well, there will be
five
now, yeah.
5 or 6 of them are using Mercedes power plants.
It originally started out that Renault was going to give him the engine, and Renault didn't finish the paperwork. They didn't submit it on time, and now the FIA says, well, you got 2 choices. You got Alpine and Honda. So we'll see which one he picks. So.
I would assume they'll go with Honda because that was the original.
I would assume
the original
so too.
thought.
Yeah,
and the Honda engine's becoming competitive because you've looked at now McLaren, that was always a mid-pack car, is now qualifying in the top 10 over and over again. So I would think he would choose the Honda.
And I think the boys are ready. So I'm going to flick this over to a remote camera, and we'll see what you're on.
Donnie, you're on.
You're good.
Okay, well, thank you very much. John is taking care of one of the guests that are here, and we are going to either talk with him about the cars or the signs. John's going to run off and get somebody, but at any rate, we are going to be here, and we're going to show everybody some of the highlights of the Hemi Hideout that we normally don't do because Mr. Mars has absconded with a camera.
Okay.
He stole it from somebody over there in Niederville.
He borrowed
Anyway,
it.
all right, so what do you want to start? You want to do the Challenger?
We can.
Oh, no, what, you had something in mind.
No, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, so for those that don't know, this has got a shaker hood. So you can explain.
Okay, so this is a 1970 Challenger RT convertible. They only made 11 of them in 1970. Convertible Hemi Challengers. This is not real. This is a replica. It's got an aftermarket Hemi engine, born a 383, but it's been rebuilt completely to spec as it would be a Hemi. It won the New England's Concours d'Elegance first place prize for Dodge.
Nice.
But it's a replica.
Yeah, and it's a convertible, and that's what really makes it rare.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, we have to go back here and show the Roadrunner. Let's go. Mars, you go that way, we'll go this way. And the reason that we need to show this car is because of the huge wing and the nose, and this is what makes this car different, and I'll let you explain this car.
Okay, so this is a 1970 Roadrunner Superbird, and they made 1,840 of these back in 1970. They had to have one for every Plymouth dealership in America in order to race them in NASCAR. All were 444 barrels. 277 were 446 packs. That's what this is, and 77 Hemis that year.
And this was all to race in NASCAR and win like no tomorrow, and they were ultimately outlawed.
Exactly. They dominated in 1970, and it was Dodge, Plymouth, Dodge. Hemi had to go. Superbird was gone. The wing cars. That was the end of the show.
Well, because it was all about the aerodynamics, and that's why it looks so weird.
That's right. Exactly. It looks strange on the street.
I know it does, and it looks even stranger when you see it in person because you don't really realize how high up the bumper is off of the ground.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. This is an orange. Is that a Coronet?
That's a Dodge Coronet Super Bee, 1970. They made 34 Hemi Super Bees in 1970. These are really rare because only 34 were built. So we have 2 of the 4 remaining in the Chrysler registry that are numbers matching cars.
Sweet. All right, so I want to get a couple more of these before we leave the automobile business. Let's go. What?
Good story on the purple one here.
Let's go back here to the purple one.
Okay.
This is it's a 446 pack. Oh, and it's got the special hood on.
Yes, absolutely. Grabber hood. So 1970 Roadrunner convertible. Again, back in the day, there were a lot of 383 convertibles, but only 32 446 pack convertibles, only 1 Hemi that year. And so this is really rare to find. This was bought in 1970. 2 months later, was stolen, taken for a joyride, and then they ditched it in a river, and it stayed there 25 years until the river went down the top of the windshield sticking out, and they pulled it out. So it's a 446 pack is like finding a diamond. Really a rare car.
And I can imagine it was probably in horrible condition.
It was in horrible condition. It's been reskinned. It's still a numbers matching original, though. Wow. Just a jewel of a car.
That's truly amazing. Hey, while we're down here, Mars, let's bring everybody over here and look at a couple of signs, can we? If you don't mind, Mr. Mars. Since Mr. Mars is the one that is actually over here running the camera, and this is something new for us. But I wanted to look at, and this is my favorite sign at this end of the building. I have several of them, but the Buster Brown shoes.
Okay, so a good story on Buster Brown shoes. They were out of St. Louis, Missouri, one of the first nationally distributed products in the United States. They were in every small town America throughout the United States before UPS Brown trucks, FedEx trucks, or computers in every small town. Amazing, but they were centrally located in St. Louis. Everybody remembers Buster Brown shoes.
Yeah.
We had Red Goose shoes, and we also had Paul Parrott shoes in those larger cities.
Oh my gosh, Paul Parrott, yes. I remember.
But that's because we're from the Houston area, but if in the country, Buster Brown. Everybody remembers Buster Brown.
Well, I had Buster Brown in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Okay, and I want to particularly see this one because it caught my attention. This one here, the Coney Island one. Yes. Mr. Mars, you're going to have to go around this way and show that sign. Coney Island.
Okay, so Coney Island, that is actually a Coney Island sign, but we had to make the Coney Island, Brooklyn, New York, and we added all the neon. We got a little bit carried away with the neon. That's why it's hidden back here in the back. But it's a cool piece. We just went overboard with neon. But a cool piece from Coney Island.
And by the way, Mr. Mars, if you could swing the camera around and look at the Paul Parrott up there in the corner, that's Paul Parrott that we were looking at.
Normally in towns of, say, 100,000 or more, you would see Paul Parrott or Red Goose shoes. But, again, Buster Brown was everywhere.
Okay. Well, I like the Rio Grande cracked gasoline.
Okay, that was the first branded gasoline ever sold in the United States out of Santa Barbara, California. They sold gasoline in Southern California and Arizona. And the sponsor for the radio show, Calling All Cars, back in the day.
Calling all cars, calling all cars.
That's right. Rio Grande Gasoline was a sponsor, and they advertised high-performance cracked gasoline. All gasoline is cracked. That's what the fire departments and the Rio Grande cracked gasoline.
Cracked gasoline. You got to have some cracked gasoline. Okay, and Mars, I want to come back here because this is part of the John Hovas collection here at the Hemi Hideout. There's a couple of things back here. Well, actually, 3 things that I want to. One is this pickup truck back here. Tell me.
37 Plymouth, all original steel. Most of these cars would have by now, so it's significant. It's all steel. Plymouth in the pickup. Need to get.
Yeah, they're kind of getting behind some walls on us, and
Suede.
we can't hear them. So Jeff's gone to
So
tell them.
I've been told that we're losing signal, so I need to be out here. But Mr. Mars, I want to talk about the Chuck Wagon.
Okay.
So if you could show the Chuck Wagon, sir.
Yeah, Chuck Wagon is 1860. We bought this from a man in Bixby, Oklahoma, and just a cool piece. An interesting thing about these wagons, it has wood spokes, wood hubs, wood spokes, wood wheels, and the metal band around the wheel that most wagon wheels have. That metal band played two purposes. It made the wheel more durable, but the main reason was to tie the wood components together, and that's where the name tire came from.
So therefore, the blacksmith would do that.
That's right. They would heat up that ring and swell it out, and then it would shrink down on there. But again, that's where that was the first original tire.
Awesome. Now, probably one of my favorite pieces here at the Hemi Hideout is this Dodge pickup truck. It's a Power Wagon, and you're fine. Mr. Mars is shooting the pictures back there behind us. But tell us about this.
1947 Dodge Power Wagon. I absolutely love these trucks. They look so cool. They started right after World War II. They were military vehicles, and 46 was the first year that they offered to the public. And even up until 1977, the same body style. They hadn't changed all those years. But just a cool, everyone wants a Power Wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's a great design. Is this a 3/4 ton or 1 ton?
I'm not sure what the capacity was, but it was one of the few. You had the REO Speedwagon, you had the Diamond T heavy-duty trucks, and the Power Wagon. All the rest were the small, little, flimsy stuff, but just a cool truck.
There's no doubt about it. John, thank you for this little brief tour of part of the Hemi Hideout. So what we're going to do now, Mr. Mars, is we're going to walk back over to our set piece over here where we all, a home base, so to speak. We're going to go back over here.
Yeah,
Thank you, John.
And I know a little
You're
bit
done.
of the story about the Power Wagon.
No, we're not done.
I know a little
This
bit
is
of
driftwood.
Yes, actually, it's a cypress tree that floated down the Arkansas River during a flood, wedged where the Arkansas meets the Mississippi. Somebody had a recovery boat and pulled that tree out of there, and they sawed the tree in two and then trimmed all the roots off and then sawed the bottom, made a heavy base, just a cool table, an unusual, one of the eclectic pieces we have at Hemi.
Where would you find something like that?
Well, you got to have connections.
Oh, for God's sakes. Thank you, John. John Hovas, Mr. Hemi Hideout himself, ladies and gentlemen. So while I make my way back over here, I'm sorry, did you lose us for
No,
a
you're
while?
good. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
But one of the things I also know about that Power Wagon is I believe that was a Concours Power Wagon that scored, and I can't remember if it was 998 or 995 out of 1,000. So you talk about almost a perfect Power Wagon in John's collection.
It looks like it just came out of the showroom.
Oh, yeah. Well,
it's truly
and then as you
amazing.
kind of wander around, it's not everything automotive here. John's got a heart for Americana and just unique things. He's got a stunningly beautiful petrified wood table over there. That it's
So
just
we just talked about that.
No, that was the
Driftwood.
cypress. The
Okay.
driftwood.
Just talking about
got
the
you.
table they're sitting around. I like the polar bear. I'm going to get a picture with the polar bear before.
Yeah,
I leave.
you do
I was
that.
attacked by a bear up in the UP. Did you know that?
A what?
In the UP, in the Upper Peninsula, I was
Yeah.
attacked. Yeah, statue, and it kind of almost fell on me.
Of course it did. All right, let's do the cruising calendar, shall we? Let's try to stay on time here.
So
What do you got?
Customs and Coffee Trilogy Brew in Spring, Texas is tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Also tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. is Trucks and Tri-Fives meet at 501 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown. So for our listeners up in the Austin area, you want to go see some beautiful Tri-Fives, head on up to Georgetown and look at them. The car meetup at the D&M True Value at 400 West Montgomery in Willis, Texas.
Yep.
Is tomorrow at 6
You
p.m.
talking about Willis?
I knew he was going there.
And then at noon tomorrow is Cruise Old Tomball on Main Street. Just gather up and cruise. It's a free cruise through Tomball, but I'll give you a warning. Be careful. The police there love revenue collection. The Car Church at Segundo Coffee Lab. 7-Eleven Millby is tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. And then Turbo Tuesday at Twin Peaks at Lewis Henna Boulevard in Round Rock is on the 24th at 7 p.m. Back to you, Don.
Thank you so much, Conrad. Okay, time now for this hour's car review. I had a chance to drive the 2023 GMC Canyon. Sound familiar, Mars?
This is like the third
This will be the third one.
Yeah. It's been a plethora of canyons.
Or that, yeah.
Theoretically.
It's a Grand Canyon.
Theoretically.
Theoretically, it's a plethora.
Plethora.
I had my plethora changed one time. It was
Really?
great. Oh, yeah.
Did it help?
I broke
Now you
mine.
can get shots for it.
2023 GMC Canyon. It comes in these trim levels: Elevation, AT4, AT4X, and the Denali. And I will tell you that each trim level is different. There's a lot of differentiation between the 4 trim levels. Let me put it that way. This is the AT4. And this would be your everyday camper kind of guy. This would be the regular go-to, most popular.
This would be the volume truck for the Canyon.
Okay, it's a small pickup truck. It has places for 5 folks to fit in there, including the driver. Exterior changes from last model year. Well, complete redesign for 2023. And for 24, it's a carryover. Exterior features, best-looking small pickup truck on the market, in my opinion.
I agree.
Bulging fenders with black wheel opening trim. Sharp tire and wheel combos throughout all of the trim levels. It looks off-roady, and I think that you really want to have that kind of look.
Gives it a menacing look.
Yeah. Front skid plate with a manly grille. Now, the skid plate on the AT4 is not the same skid plate that you'll find on the AT4X, which is a true off-road. It's kind of a glamour piece, if you will, up there. What I liked about it, I like the tailgate storage compartment and the bumper steps. There is a storage compartment that is closable and lockable. It's part of the tailgate, but it's on the inside of the tailgate.
Making use of unused space.
It's not very deep, but you can put stuff back there.
Yeah, you can put shoes back, wet clothes, wet towels.
Beers.
One guy figures he could, I was showing it too, said he thought his rifle would fit back there if it got muddy or something.
Duct tape and rope, yeah.
Yeah,
Anything you want.
Shovels? No, shovels go in the rest of it.
Hidden compartments for any kind of illegal substances. All that is included in the availability.
Ready-made.
Ready-made.
Made for Michigan.
Interior highlights. Multi-gender attractive dash.
What?
Did you like that?
Is that what they called
Did you
it?
just make that up?
I did. Did you like it?
No.
I don't know.
No, we're going to go with the multi-gender because Leslie likes it. I like it. That would make it multi-gender.
She looks like she likes it, that look on her face.
You were kind of scared by that, weren't you? Why were you scared? What scared you about it? Because today, have you gone to your insurance company and looked at the choices that you have when it comes to gender now? There's got to be like a dozen different genders. I thought there were only 2.
No,
On a California driver's license, there were 54 choices.
I was going to say, there's a lot more
Okay,
than that.
so
54 choices.
So make fun of
Conrad's
me,
got
but this is
53
a
of them.
multi-gender attractive dash with a big infotainment screen. Okay? That's what
how
I'm going
big is
with.
Gotcha.
It's big. It takes up half the center console area. Easy to access wireless phone charging, comfortable seats with attractive materials and designs. Gear shift and 4-wheel drive controls, easy to control, and nice placement on the center console. Cargo, small bed, but adequate for most. What I liked, actually, I liked all of it, except the gas gauge is hard to read.
Oh.
I had to find something wrong with it, but that's true.
Well,
The gas gauge is now. I will
gauge cluster's a little different.
Well, in the AT4, the instrument cluster is a different layout than it is in the AT4X.
Oh, okay.
The AT4, the display itself is rectangle,
Right.
where the AT4X, it takes up the whole screen. It's different. But in both of them,
Which
the gas
means
gauge
that-
is too dang small.
So that means the Denali is even different from that, because the Denali is what I had.
I don't know.
It wasn't like that.
Engine, 2.7-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder with 310 horsepower, which is a lot for a four-banger. 430 pound-feet of torque, which is a lot. 8-speed automatic transmission. It will tow up to 7,700 pounds.
How'd you like it?
I loved it. I absolutely
Did
did.
it stay in
And
the right gear?
Yep. And it didn't hunt for gears. Very minimal turbo. They did good.
Well tuned.
Yep, they did good on this one. And you know me, I'm real sensitive to that kind of stuff because I had a car recently, I don't remember which one it was, but it was a complete disconnect between start-stop, the transmission, and the engine, and with the turbocharged engine.
And that 2.7 turbo 4-cylinder is the base engine in the Silverado now.
It's plenty. Trust me, it works real good. 17 miles per gallon city, 21 highway for combined of 19. That's what it's rated. I got 20 miles per gallon over 729 miles.
Well, you don't drive like
why
Hot
that
Rod
long?
over here.
Because I got saddled with it for 2 weeks. Because GM asked me if I would mind if they kept the Buick that I had scheduled because they had some other place for it. I said, that's fine. Because I like the truck. Powertrain works well together. Ride and handling, smoother than the AT4X, but you would expect that because the AT4X is the off-road vehicle.
More suspension.
More suspension, shocks, that sort of thing. This is the truck for everybody.
Well, I'll tell you, like I mentioned last week, my wife liked that truck, wanted to know if we could keep it, and now she's comparing everything I get to that truck.
Yeah. Well, I can understand why. Yeah. They're going to sell every one that can make it more. What could use improvement in ride and handling? Nada. Base trim price, $43,900. Price as tested, $49,355. Yes, it had many extras lapped onto it. Now, you can get into the Canyon for $36,600. That's the base gut level price of the thing. Competitors, Chevy Colorado for $29,200. Ford Ranger for $29,585. And the Toyota Tacoma is $29,430. They're all right in there. This is a step above the Chevrolet because the Chevrolet is more competitive with what I just told you.
It was in an attractive color, too. That's a lot, the eyeball is a lot to do with it.
Agreed. Right. Hey, the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. And podcasts are available on over a dozen of the most popular podcast outlets. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break. The original group of Loopy Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Loopy Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Loopy Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Loopy Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Loopy Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Loopy's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Loopy Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Loopy Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Loopy Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere.
Rogers Dabbs Chevrolet and GM Performance has the absolute best price that you will find on GM parts plus transmissions and engines. Over $25 million in parts and powertrain inventory and customer service that will be not matched by anyone in the country. Rogers Dabbs Chevrolet and GM Performance, whether you are a drag racer, an oval track racer, a hot rodder, it matters not. Rogers Dabbs Chevrolet and GM Performance will have the best price in the country, the best customer service, and the best delivery times that you will find on your GM parts. It can be on your dock, at your front door in a matter of days. It's Rogers Dabbs Chevrolet, GM Performance, and customer service to boot. Contact our Texas team, Gina Shile-Knowles at 713-907-0906 or Rodney Rodriguez at 512-300-4445. You will not find better service or better inventory in the country. Rogers Dabbs and GM Performance.
Houston's finest cars are invited to another Gulf Coast Auto Shield Car Social, Saturday, December 2nd, and you're invited too.
Show off your personal pride and joy, or just stop in to see the likes of Lucid, Lamborghini, Porsche, Ferrari, and more. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your one-stop shop for paint detailing, coatings, window tint, clear bras, and wheel repair. The Car Social is your opportunity to get a tour of this state-of-the-art facility located at 11275 South Sam Houston Parkway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. It all takes place Saturday, December 2nd, 9 to noon. This is the perfect opportunity to connect with other car enthusiasts. From BMWs to Bentleys, Corvettes to McLarens, the Car Social is a different kind of show. Talk to the owners. See Gulf Coast Auto Shield's facility. You'll be amazed. Put it on your calendar now. The Gulf Coast Auto Shield Car Social, Saturday, December 2nd, 9 to noon at 11275 South Sam Houston Parkway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there too. We'll see you then. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher,